What's up, everyone? I'm Female Otaku, and I'm here to review episode 1 of God Eater. And so it has finally arrived. We did not have to wait till August. So thank goodness for that. This so happens to be the very first anime that I saw from Studio Ufotable. So yeah, now let's get down to it. So, the animation. At first I thought it looked kind of video game-like. But then when I got like a closer look at it, especially when you get like close-ups of the characters' faces, they look like paintings. It looks like someone literally just painted it. That's what it looks like. And I was like, that's very interesting. We don't really see anime that looks like a painting. So that's nice. I like it. There were a lot of awkward pauses I've noticed. Two characters would suddenly be talking. They'd stop for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then they'd speak again, and I'm like, what happened? You guys gonna do something? Oh, okay, alright. Like, they acted like nothing ever happened, and I was like, okay, and they did that a lot. There were a lot of awkward pauses. The soundtrack, not too much music really played throughout the episode. It was very quiet. I only recognized sound playing about twice. Okay, and that would be when they were outside fighting the Aragami and when the girl was showing Lenka his god arc. So, yeah, it's very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Now, I really hope that God Eater does not do the mistake that Beyond the Boundary did with not explaining their universe, how their world works. Because, you see, we didn't get a background check in this episode. We don't know really who these Aragami are, and we don't know how this world really came to be. It seems like they're all like, okay, well, if you play the video games, then duh, you're already gonna know what's happening. But of course, I haven't played the video games, and a lot of us haven't played the video games, okay? A lot of us are going into this not knowing zip about it, alright? So I really hope they end up explaining their universe. So far, the closest thing that I can compare God Eater to at the moment from the top of my head, it's a very odd comparison, I know, but Freezing. If you know Freezing, it's an ecchi anime where the girls' clothes are basically paper for they just rip off easily. But anyway, so with Freezing's world and God Eater's world, they're very, very similar actually. You see, you have these teenagers / young adults who are compatible with this certain ability, and they are at this district away from civilization, and their job is to fight these creatures. In Freezing, it's the Nova. Over in a God Eater, it's Aragami, and they have to fight these creatures, okay? And they're the only ones who can because they are compatible with this sort of power, and they each have their own sort of weapon. Yeah. Yep, it's a lot like Freezing so far. But, of course, we have to get an explanation. I want to know more about these Aragami, okay? Are they creatures or are they robots? At first, they looked kind of like robots, but then I started to notice some blood, and some of them even had saliva, so now I'm starting to think that they're more like creatures. But how do they come to be? What year is this? I need to know more. So that's really the only major flaw, is that we need to learn about their universe, their setting. We have to, okay? Otherwise, we could end up getting lost for those of us who have never played the video games, okay? One last thing before I end this review is how the characters move. You see, this happened a lot. They would move slow and then at lightning speed, which isn't a bad thing. I just feel like that after some time it could get repetitive, but they do that a lot. Sometimes the character would be just, walking down the hallway, it'd be like slow motion, and then they suddenly walk really fast. It's like, okay. Same thing happened with when you saw a guy who was injured. He was lying in like one of those moving hospital beds, I guess. It suddenly came in slow and really, really fast. It's like, I'm not too sure if that was really necessary. For action scenes, sure. But for regular scenes such as that, I don't really think it's needed. But yeah, that's really all I have to say here. I will do the 3-episode test, but so far, I've got to say, it's been pretty average. We've all been really hyped up for this, but I don't know, it seems kind of regular, really. Maybe it's because of all the other fantastic summer anime we've been getting. It could be that. But I shall continue to watch it for at least up to episode 3, and we'll see how it goes. So, catch me tomorrow as I review Akagami no Shirayuki Hime. I'm Female Otaku. Sayonara.